Hello. Here we look at how do we convert these custom spreadsheets onto analytics. So we look at the process and we look at the 5-step process by which we convert the spreadsheets onto analytics. So as part of the first step, we are going to look at what do we mean by understanding the spreadsheets. The end lines give us highly complicated spreadsheets. For example, one of the end lines has given us this type of spreadsheet. As you can see that there are multiple tabs. The client has put in a number of entities, different type of entities within the same column. So example, he has the contractor data, he has the resources data, he has the supplier data. The units also vary, and the client is capturing data across multiple days in a month, and then this is calculated manually. Similarly, the other spreadsheets have the same formats, different formats. So the end client required that it wanted to capture this data across these spreadsheets onto a single snapshot. So how do we solve this problem? We first do data modeling. So we take these spreadsheets and convert it into a data model. Now this data modeling could be a very complex exercise. However, in order to enable ease of use for the client, we do it using Microsoft Access. We also specify a number of entries within the data model. For example, standalone entities are specified by the lookup table. Manual entries are specified. We define each type of entry which is there. We specify the type of relationships between various entities. And we define it in such a way, we define the data model in such a way that the redundancy in the data or the replication of the data has been minimized. What is the next step? After this, we define what we call a reporting database. So as part of the reporting database design, we define custom forms. So for example, here we define forms for the client with Microsoft Access based on the client requirements, and then these forms can be converted onto SQL Server database using the migration wizard. So for example, for this particular client, the forms were converted onto SQL Server web application in this manner. Once the forms were made, then the client can actually edit or delete and put the data entries. So from Excel, the client has gone on to a custom database which covers this point also, designing of the online forms. Then the next step is, of course, the most important part, which is designing the dashboards and the graphs. So for designing the dashboard and the graphs, we open our BI tool. So you just click on this. We open a business intelligence tool, log into the same, and we design a custom application by which the end client gets ready-made graphs and dashboards. This is taking some time. So for example, this particular client got these kind of graphs and dashboards. The client can look at his repository of reports, such as this. Back up. The client can schedule these graphs, change the template, publish them, take printout within PDF and JPEG, save these dashboards, and of course make new different kinds of dashboards. The client can drill down from here. The client can see a specific set of reports in very user-friendly folders. Go. Here we go. So the client has drilled down. The client can open graphs, specific graphs. Within these graphs, the client can schedule, the client can change the layout, the client can do a drill down, the client can change the graph type, do a number of data operations. The client can even do forecasting. The client can change the filter parameters to be displayed onto the report. So all in all, the client should be able to get consolidated analytics from these different spreadsheets. Please do get in touch if you have any other questions. You can get in touch with AC at Apoorv@mnnbi.com. It's on this particular website. mnnbi.com is specifically for those companies which are looking at data warehousing solutions, so you can get in touch with us at this particular this thing. In case you are looking at migrating from Excel to a database, then please go through this website. This explains it in very easy to understand and easy to use what the problems, and also goes through the 5-step process. Another website just specifically for Microsoft Excel users is mndatasolutions.com. So this looks into the consolidation issues, and again here also we have looked at the 5-step problem and why this problem needs to be solved. The Excel consolidation needs to be solved. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to getting feedback from you.